welcome back to another video. As you guys saw from the title of today's video, this week, or however long it takes me to finish this video, I will be focusing on finishing every book series that I'm currently in the middle of. A few days ago, I uploaded a video where I went and outlined every series I'm in the middle of, which I think I'm in the middle of like 34 book series. That's a lot. So I do want to focus on getting through some of them. I know that in that video I mentioned that I was going to DNF a couple. If you're interested in knowing every series that I'm currently in the middle of, definitely check out that video. I'll have it linked down below. But for this video, I think I'm going to focus on finishing out maybe 3 or 4 series and then reevaluate my list again. But the first series that I know for sure that I want to finish is the Shatter Me series. I'm on book 6. I don't have the physical copy with me yet. It's actually out for delivery right now. So as soon as Amazon delivers that bad boy, we are going to start it. I have been reading the Shatter Me series since I think last year, and it's taken me such a long time to finish this series. I don't know why. I really enjoy it. Maybe that's why subconsciously I don't want to finish it, because I love the Shatter Me world. I love the characters. Warner, don't even get me started on him, has my absolute heart. But I think it's time to finally just finish it out so I can move on to the next one. I'm really excited to read book 6 of the Shatter Me series and finally close that chapter in my life and move on. I don't know what other books I'm going to be reading in this video. We're just going to read based on my mood and based on what I feel like reading, you know? I feel like it's going to be a really fun one. Obviously, I have to give credit to Allie here on BookTube. She's actually I think the first person that I personally have seen film this type of video, and that's where I got this idea from. Definitely check out her channel if you haven't, and check out her video. But very excited to see how many book series I'm actually able to finish in this video. We'll see. It's now the next day, actually nighttime, so it's the next night, and I haven't really given you guys an update on Imagine Me. I'm on page 87, and I'm not quite sure why, but I'm low-key struggling. Why is it so dark? Okay, I don't know if it's because it's been a while since I've been in the Shatter Me world, but I am struggling to get into the story. I don't know, it kind of scares me because I don't want the final book in the series to be a letdown, but it feels like I'm forcing myself to read this book. Maybe I'm not in the mood yet to finish this series out, but it's been a struggle. It picks up literally where Hi! It picks up right where the last book left off, and I guess something happened that us readers didn't get to really see, because the main character Juliet is going through some stuff. I don't want to say what, because then it'll spoil the book obviously, but we're basically seeing the aftermath of everything that went down in the last book. And I don't know if it's because it's been kind of a slower pace than what I'm used to in the Shatter Me series that I'm struggling to get into it, but I am struggling. I hope that changes soon, and I hope that this book doesn't let me down. Also, I have spit up on my sweater. Ignore it, mom life. I always just have spit up on me no matter what. But yeah, we'll be here reading and hopefully the book picks up. I just got to page 274. I'm more than halfway done with this book already. I don't know what it is about this book that I'm not enjoying as much. Warner doesn't have his own POV in this book, and I love Warner. He's one of my favorite characters in this series, so for him to not get his own POV and his own chapters really annoys me. We're only getting Juliet and Kenji's point of view, which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Kenji, but I've never been a huge fan of Juliet. Like I haven't always agreed with her choices. So I feel like Kenji is literally carrying this book on his back. If it weren't for Kenji, I would have skimmed through this book or DNF'd it because I'm just not enjoying it as much as I expected to, especially since it's the final book in the series. And a lot has happened, but at the same time, I feel like nothing has happened. So I'm kind of curious to see if I end up enjoying this book at all. Like, it feels so different from the rest of the series and just how it's written and how the characters are acting acting. Like, I understand why it's written this way, but it's not something that I enjoy. So I'm kind of struggling, which makes me so sad because it's not the way I want to end the Shatter Me series. So hopefully it picks up. I don't know. Please don't let me down. I really don't want this book to let me down, but I feel like it's letting me down. Let me know in the comments below if you read Imagine Me and if you feel the same way. I'm still not done with the book, so it could possibly pick up and maybe I'll love it by the time it's over, but for now I'm kind of just like bored. I'm bored with it. I'm literally forcing myself to finish this book. I find no joy in reading this, which sucks, but we're gonna persevere because this is the final book in the series, so we're gonna finish it. This book was something else. I don't even know what to say about this book. Like, I'm speechless, but not in a good way. I finished Imagine Me this morning. I'm not gonna lie, it was a complete struggle to finish this book. I don't know why the author ruined this book. This book was a disaster in my opinion, and I am trying so hard to be nice, but this was such a crappy ending to the Shatter Me series in my opinion. I have to say in my opinion because some of you guys might disagree with me, but I had super high expectations for this book and it just did not deliver in the way that I thought it was going to. It didn't give me what I needed, and like I said, it was just a huge letdown. I feel like the majority of the book was about Kenji. There wasn't enough interactions between Juliet and Warner. Even Juliet was not really herself, which I get why the author wrote Juliet's character the way that she did in this book. Like, I get it. I understand the plot, but that doesn't mean that I enjoyed the plot. I also feel like the ending was super rushed. First, I want to say 300 pages were super boring to me. I was not interested in the book at all. Even while I was reading this, my husband was like, are you not enjoying this book because your facial expressions are just not it right now? And I literally was not enjoying this book at all. I was reading it just to finish it, but I was not having fun. The first 300 pages I feel like were super boring, and then at the last 100 pages things definitely picked up and things got a lot more interesting, but then everything was wrapped up way too quickly in my opinion. I feel like the ending was really rushed. I wish the author had explored the ending a little bit more. Even the epilogue felt rushed. It didn't even tie anything together. I feel like there were a lot of loose ends. I know there's a novella for this book, but at this point I feel like it's a cash grab. Why can't you just tie everything up in the epilogue? Why do I have to buy another book to get more of Warner and Juliet? Like, I hate when authors do that. At this point, I don't even know if I'm going to read the novella that comes after Imagine Me because I'm just so disappointed with this book, and it makes me so sad. It makes me so mad because this is not how I expected the series to end. So yeah, this one was not it for me. I think I give this a 2.5. The only reason I'm giving it the extra 0.5 is because Kenji was amazing and he definitely carried this book on his back. But other than that, not my favorite book. This is definitely my least favorite book in the entire series, which makes me sad because you guys know that I love this series and it had such a special place in my heart, but this book was just not it. After going through my list of every series that I'm currently in the middle of and deleting the ones that I don't want to continue, I now have 21 book series that I'm currently in the middle of. But now that I finished the Shatter Me series, I can cross that one off. So now I have 20 book series left that I have to read. What is that noise? It's like a weird noise outside. Anyways, so I think the next series that I want to focus on finishing is the Caraval series. I have to read Legendary and Finale. I have Finale right in front of me, but I know the Legendary book is in my living room, so I'm gonna go grab that. But before I grab the Legendary book, I want to show you guys a quick little haul from TEMU. They did gift me a couple pieces, one being this really cute sweatshirt, but they're not sponsoring this video. I just really love the items that I picked out and I really want to show them to you guys. I did do a little short, so if you watched that short then you probably know the items that I'm going to show you. In case you didn't, I still want to show this vlog. I got this really cute green sweatshirt. There's like little pumpkin skeleton heads, little bats. This is so cozy. I love the oversized fit of it. It's perfect for spooky season. I have been wearing this sweatshirt nonstop. As soon as I wash it, I put it back on because I'm obsessed with how cozy and oversized it is. $10. I also picked up this really cute mama sweatshirt. It's super oversized, kind of like the green one that I'm wearing. It just has mama on the front. I actually ended up getting this sweatshirt in a size large. Super oversized and super cozy. I love throwing this over some leggings. This is another sweatshirt that I have been wearing on repeat. It's so cozy and I'm obsessed with it, and the fact that it says mama, love. I picked up another like spooky season shirt. This one is a oversized t-shirt, just has a little skeleton and it says never better. I thought this was so funny. My husband actually really loves this t-shirt as well. I got it in a size medium. It's super oversized, so I would suggest to only size up one size. I'm normally a size small, and because I am in fact a mom now, I can't pick things out just for me. Like, I have to pick something out whenever I shop online for my son, and I decided to pick up these two little bodysuits for him. I really was skeptical because I don't like putting scratchy, hard clothing on him, so I really was skeptical on what the quality was going to be with these two little bodysuits, but I was actually pleasantly surprised, and they're both cotton. They're not polyester or anything, so they're actually pretty soft. I picked up this gray sweater bodysuit. It just has cute little pumpkins on them. I thought this would be perfect for October. And then I picked up another one that just has mama's turkey on it. Obviously I picked this one up for November for Thanksgiving, and these two are just super cute. They fit perfectly on him, and I got it in the 6 to 9 month range. For shoes, because I did pick up a couple slippers, I picked up these cute little beige house slippers. I've actually seen these on Amazon a lot, and when I saw them on the TEMU website, I decided to pick them out, and they're super comfortable. Love them. And I wanted some slippers that I could just throw on when I go on walks with baby boy, or when I just need to run quick little errands. I picked up these black slides. I see the style on Amazon all the time, and they're actually really comfortable. And then because I've been in a super spooky season Halloween mood, I picked up these cute little pumpkin house slippers. They're so cute and they're super comfortable. I will say to size up at least half a size, because these are a little bit on the smaller side. I'm normally a size 8 and I got it in the 7.5/8 size. I definitely would have liked to size up to a 8.5/9. I mean, they fit, but I personally like my house slippers to be a tad bigger, especially since I like to wear them with like chunky socks. But these are super cute and I've been wearing them all over. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I'm wearing them all the time while I'm at home. I'm constantly taking pictures of them because I'm obsessed. Definitely check out TEMU. They have so many cute little fall, autumn essentials. They have fall clothing, they have fall decor. Literally, they have everything. So definitely check them out. I will have everything that I just showed you guys in the description box below. I'm very excited with my items. Now we're going to get back into reading. Quick little update. It is now the next morning. I read up to chapter 6 last night. This book literally picks up right where the first one left off. It literally picks up the night after the final chapter in Caraval, and I like that. I like that there's not a huge time jump, but the only difference is that the first book followed Scarlett and this book follows Hella, who is Scarlett's younger sister. You hear my baby in the background? He's playing with his dad. But I thought that I wouldn't like that this book follows Tella because I grew to love Scarlett so much, but I'm actually enjoying Tella's character a lot more. Like, I liked her character in the first book, but in this book I'm getting to see more of her personality, and she's actually a very funny character. I love how adventurous she is. She isn't afraid to take risks, so I'm enjoying the book so far. I'm actually going to head outside. I woke up this morning and it's literally 65 degrees outside. It feels like fall. I'm so happy. So I'm actually going to head outside and read for a little bit, see how far I get into the book, and yeah, and then I'll give you guys an update of course afterwards. And I'm wearing my mama shirt because it's super cozy. Alright you guys, quick little update. I'm about 206 pages into the book and Caraval has finally started. We were also introduced to the Prince of Hearts, aka Jack. I actually read Once Upon a Broken Heart before I even started the series. I still have to finish that series too, but I was actually first introduced to the Prince of Hearts in that book and I fell in love with his character. I was so intrigued. So I'm kind of curious to see how he is in this book because I feel like he is going to be completely different. So many of you guys told me to read the Caraval series after you saw that I read Once Upon a Broken Heart, and now I completely understand why, because obviously this is the first time we're actually getting to see the Prince of Hearts, getting to know him, and I'm very curious to know what he wants with Legend. I feel like I have an idea of what he may want, but I'm curious to see if he's actually going to go through with the threat he told Tella. He's kind of like a villain in Once Upon a Broken Heart as well, but I feel like that series revolves around him and his love interest. So I don't know, I'm very excited to see what he gets up to in this book and how his life ties in with Legend and Tella and Scarlet. And I'm enjoying the book so much. I feel like it's so magical. It has the same magical vibes as the first book. It's a little bit more on the slower side, I feel like, but I'm still very much enjoying it. And I still like Tella's character. I feel like she's so entertaining and I love how she's willing to take risks. I feel like in the first book, since we follow Scarlet, she really didn't take as many risks compared to her sister. Like she was definitely the more reserved, timid, cautious sister, and Tella is the complete opposite. She dives in wherever she needs to without thinking about it twice, and I love that energy. Very excited to see how everything plays out, and yeah, that's my little update. I'll be here reading until further notice. No idea where I left off. It's 2 days after I filmed last and I actually finished Legendary last night. Immediately after I finished Legendary, I started Finale. That should tell you how much I enjoyed this book. I loved it so much. I liked it way better than I liked the first book in the series, which is saying a lot because I loved that book. I just loved Tella and Dante a lot. Like I loved Julian with Scarlet in the first book, don't get me wrong, but Dante and Tella are just elite. Dante's elite. I loved him in this book. It had all the magical vibes that the first book had, and there were so many twists in this book that I did not see coming. Like my jaw was dropping throughout this book. I was like, no way, is this really what's going to happen? Is this really the truth? Is Legend really him? Like my jaw was on the floor. I think I give this book like a 4 out of 5 stars. It's not a 5-star read, but I enjoyed it, and I can definitely see myself rereading it in a couple years from now because it's just such a good vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Like I feel like I'm being wrapped in a sweater or in a blanket when I read this book. Does that make sense? It just feels so magical and cozy, and all the characters are so amazing, even the ones that are supposed to be villains. The Prince of Hearts, I know he's a villain, sort of, but I love him and I don't care. Like I said, after I finished Legendary last night, I immediately started Finale and I got about 82 pages, I think, into the book. And if you didn't know, this is the 3rd book in the Caraval series and I was really enjoying it. The only reason I didn't read more, it was because it was pretty late at night and I was exhausted. But it is a new day and I got some sleep. So we're going to sit here and try to read more of Finale. So curious to see how this series ends, who's going to end up with who. I also want to see what happens to the Prince of Hearts because I read Once Upon a Broken Heart. My cat, I know I see you. I read Once Upon a Broken Heart back in April. I remember enjoying it. I remember that it had like a fairy tale magical vibe to it, but I don't remember much of it. And I feel like I need to reread it now that I know a little bit more about the Prince of Hearts. His character is so intriguing to me. See where this series takes me. I'm so nervous. I hope it ends on a good note. I hope it doesn't disappoint me as Shatter Me did because that would be really sad, but we'll see. I have not updated you guys in a hot minute, but I finished Finale finally, and I have to say that I really enjoyed this book. I feel like I had really high expectations because I enjoyed Caraval, I enjoyed Legendary, so I was like, okay, this final book has to be amazing, and it truly delivered. And I'm kind of sad that the series is not over, but I feel like Finale did such a great job in wrapping everything up. Finishing this book has made me so excited to reread Once Upon a Broken Heart and to start that series because I need more of Jax. I love him. I know that he's the villain, and I've said this probably a million times throughout this video, but he is so entertaining. I was obsessed with every scene that he was in, and I wanted more of him. I will say that I wasn't interested in the love triangle that was going on between him, Tella, and Legend. Like, I didn't really care for that, but that's just because I'm not a fan of love triangles anyways. I hate when authors do them. I just don't understand them. Like, I can never understand how someone can be in love with two people at the same time. It just doesn't make any sense to me, so I'm not a fan of that trope. But I will say that I enjoyed Legend separately, I enjoyed Jax separately, and then I enjoyed Tella. I really wish we had gotten more from Legend in this book, and from Julian as well. I feel like Julian and Legend were kind of in the background. I mean, they weren't never main characters, but I just wanted more from them. I wanted more from Jax. That's the only reason I'm not giving this book 5 stars. I think I give this book a 4-star rating. It was great, but there were definitely things that I wish had happened. It was definitely a lot more action packed than the first 2 books. I feel like I flew through this book. It really helped that we got to see Tella's and Scarlett's perspective because it made each chapter fly by, and I was completely entertained. Like, I did not want to put this book down at all. Really happy. Highly recommend. Now I have basically finished 2 series in this video. Let's quickly recap in case you forgot, but I finished Imagine Me, and I gave this book a 2.5 stars. So now the Shatter Me series is done. It's been a few days since I finished Imagine Me, and I don't think I'm going to read the novella. I just have no interest in reading the novella that comes after Imagine Me. I'm just done with that series at this point. And then of course I finished the Caraval series. I read Legendary, which is the 2nd book in the series. I gave this book a 4-star rating. Definitely better than Caraval, the 1st book. And then of course I just told you guys I finished Finale, another 4-star book. This one was definitely the best book in my opinion from the entire series. Now I can cross off the Caraval series, and now I only have 19 only. Now I only have to finish 19 more book series, which is way better than the original 34 that I had. So we're making progress, but I think I'm actually going to end off this video here. I know at the beginning I said that I wanted to finish maybe 3 or 4 book series. That was me being an overachiever. It's taken me almost 2 weeks to film this video, so I definitely want to move on and do another reading vlog, another type of reading vlog. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of me finishing every book series that I'm currently in the middle of. There's definitely going to be more parts to this video because, like I just said, I have 19 more book series that I need to finish and that I want to finish. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you a part of my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.